important is your sleep? I'm sure that sleep is the thing that you all value the most throughout your day. There's nothing better than getting to sleep in due to a snow day or rewarding yourself with a peaceful slumber after a long and hard day at work. So I'm sure that all of you get incredibly frustrated when you're lying in bed as comfortable as can be, but you just can't fall asleep. Your lack of sleep may be due to nerves or stress, but sometimes it's neither of those things. Sometimes your lack of sleep is because of a mental condition called insomnia. Now, I have suffered from insomnia my entire life. Most nights, I'm lucky if I can fall asleep no later than 5 a.m. It's incredibly frustrating and impacts my focus throughout the day. But I've gotten a lot better at controlling it, which is why I'm here today to teach you how to do the same thing. In this speech, I will be explaining what insomnia is, as well as the main 3 perspectives, which are the symptoms, the causes, and the treatments to provide you with all the information you need to get a better sleep. Now, insomnia is a mental condition that is growing in the amount of people that it affects. According to authors Colleen Ernstrom and Alicia L. Brose, insomnia is a large-scale problem with 1 in 3 people experiencing insomnia in their lifetime, and about 1 in 10 U.S. adults reporting insomnia that is severe and chronic. The official definition of insomnia is a sleep disorder characterized by the difficulty of falling or staying asleep. And while the definition of insomnia may be simple and straightforward, insomnia itself is very dense. Insomnia can be the thing that gets in the way of the quality of your life, so it's important to recognize the severity of it. The normal amount of sleep for U.S. adults is 8 to 10 hours, and something interesting I thought I'd share is that many U.S. adults experience short-term insomnia that usually only lasts for a week once in their lifetime. This is a result from a traumatic experience that almost always goes away. But other adults may experience chronic insomnia, which can last for a month or more. To stay on top of your sleep and to monitor the success of your sleep, it is important to know the symptoms of insomnia, which brings us to our first perspective. The Mayo Clinic states that symptoms of insomnia may include difficulty falling asleep at night, waking up during the day, waking up too early, not feeling well rested after a night's sleep, daytime tiredness or sleepiness, irritability, depression or anxiety, difficulty paying attention, focusing on tasks or remembering, increased errors or accidents, and ongoing worries about sleep. Now, you're probably sitting here right now, racking your brain and trying to pinpoint which of these symptoms you experience most frequently. The symptoms of insomnia can vary. Clinical psychologist authors William K. Wohlgemuth and Anna Finn say, the course of insomnia symptoms can be highly variable. For some patients, symptoms are short-lived, while for others, the course can be significantly protracted. Even in the case of chronic insomnia, the intensity of symptoms can vary significantly from night to night. It's important to recognize all of these symptoms because some are extremely common in adults, such as anxiety. Even if you are unsure if you do have insomnia, it's important to let your doctor know if you're experiencing one of these symptoms because even if you aren't experiencing it frequently, it can still cause insomnia. Now that we know the symptoms of insomnia, it's important to also know the causes so that we can be prepared to deal with it because we will now know the possibility of getting it. According to psychologist Sarah Barrett Ditto, the common causes of insomnia are low sleep drive, circadian rhythm issues, depression, anxiety and worry, unhelpful thoughts, beliefs and attitudes about sleep, pain, nighttime routine, sleep environment, and substances and mental health issues such as general anxiety disorder, PTSD, major depressive disorder, and bipolar disorder. As you can see, the causes of insomnia can range from something as simple as a poor nighttime routine to something much more severe, such as substance abuse. It's easy to look at your sleep issues as something normal, but the reality is that they could be much more serious. Your health should always be your top priority, and getting the right amount of sleep can contribute to good health. So that is why it's important to recognize the causes of insomnia so that you can know when you're having serious sleep problems and why. Now, for our final and most important perspective, the treatments. Insomnia can be a very long and strenuous battle, but thankfully, our modern day world has unlimited options for us to win that battle. These options range from simple and cheap treatments, such as at-home remedies, to more expensive and time-consuming treatments, such as scheduling a visit to talk to your primary care doctor. First, we'll start with the cheap and simple treatments, also known as sleep hygiene. According to authors Paul Galinsky and Art Spielman, these are the most important steps to have proper sleep hygiene. Avoid going to bed until drowsy, limit napping, avoid all caffeine afternoon, avoid nicotine and alcohol in the evening, avoid exercising late at night, limit your fluids at least 4 to 6 hours before bedtime, and finally, make sure that your bedroom is dark, quiet, and ventilated. In order to get the best sleep possible, as well as the right amount of sleep to stay healthy, it's important that all of you try to follow as many of these steps as possible. Now, sometimes things can be much more serious, and that is when you need to consult with your primary doctor. The Mayo Clinic says, if insomnia makes it hard for you to function during the day, see your doctor to identify the cause of your sleep problem and how it can be treated. If your doctor thinks that you could have a sleep disorder, he or she may send you to a sleep center for special testing. Sarah Barrett Ditto says, what looks and feels like insomnia could be another sleep condition, such as sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, or many others. Additionally, insomnia can be the result of other medical conditions such as diabetes, neurological conditions, or a chronic pain condition that needs to be addressed. As you can see, sleep issues can result in serious medical conditions, which is why it's extremely important that you stay on top of your sleep to make sure that you're getting the right amount of sleep. I cannot stress this enough how important it is to stay on top of things like this to make sure that you do not develop insomnia, which is why I hope that you use all the information I've given you to stay as healthy as possible. Now you are all educated in the importance of sleep as well as what you need if you are currently struggling to get some rest. Remember the 3 main perspectives of insomnia: the symptoms, the causes, and the treatments. I know what we talked about regarding abnormal sleep issues was intense, but please remember the unlimited amount of treatment options we discussed that are available to you. To stay on top of insomnia, to catch it early on, it is also important that you remember the causes and the symptoms. Insomnia is not permanent, and there are many outlets for you in the world that can make sure you have a speedy recovery. Remember to ask yourself, how important is your sleep? Because if it is important, I hope you take all the information I have given you today to make sure that you're getting the best and healthiest sleep possible. Thank you.